Hello, everybody. It's Neil here with some more Soundscape Stories. What's going on with my voice? I'm not sure entirely. Hold on. Let me just check. Am I back now? Okay, I think I'm back now. What about now? Oh my gosh. Okay. Enough of that silliness. Today we're talking about structure. So we have looked at our texture, we've looked at our rhythms and our melodies, and then today we're going to try and structure those all into a piece of music with a narrative, with a story. And to help us on that journey, I've got two special guests for you. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Rock-a-da! Here we have Hootie, who's going to be our bird. If you remember, we have a funny bird Dee Dee, there we go, and then creeping, crawling spider, little spider. So these two guys are going to be my companions for the rest of our journey. So say hello, Hootie.
Hello, Hootie.
And say hello, spider.
Hello, spider. Oh my gosh, that one's terrifying. I imagine Spider would have a voice like this.
Okay, enough of that ridiculousness. We're going to do a bit of warming up. We're going to remember our rhythms and our melodies, and then we're going to look into putting this all into some structure. So we've got all the bricks and all the pieces and all the tiles and all the decorations, but we haven't got a house or a framework to put them on. And this structure will mean that we can play this piece again and again and again. We can make improvements, we can make changes and all those kind of things, but structure is really, really helpful. So, what do you guys think? Are you okay up for that, Spider?
Yes, I'm up for that. Let's get going.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Okay, let's get a groove on. Yeah, nice. I like this one. We're going to do a warm-up based on one of the pieces that I've suggested in the warm-up pack. So this music, this groove, I've taken from a piece called Time by Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer is a fantastic film composer. He's written the music for Lion King. He did the music for Madagascar 3. I saw the other day. I watched that with the Afro Circus one. If you haven't seen it, it's highly recommended. And also a film called Inception, which might be a bit old for a lot of you, but essentially it's about dreams and when you wake up and you've had a big dream and it's really expansive and things keep growing and growing and growing. That's what this music is about. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get warmed up. So first of all, everyone copy me. Let's just rub our hands together like this. Gonna rub our hands. Yeah, that's nice. And then give your hands a shake. Yeah, that's good. If you're with someone in the room, just turn to them and say, "Hey, good morning. How you doing?" Oh, nice. Very good. And turn to the person the other side to you and say, I'm doing very well, thanks."
I'm doing very well, thanks.
Excellent. Good job. Excellent stuff. Now, let's roll our shoulders back like this. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, maybe a bit of a twist. Oh, yeah. Hunch your shoulders up like this. And then drop them. Oh, lovely. Okay, let's get some music on in the background. Okay, I'm going to say some rhythms, and then you are going to say them back to me. Okay, here we go. And... Dagada, dagada, da da da. 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 Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. One, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, yeah, very nice. Okay, do you remember our game? Don't clap this one back. So we had don't clap this one back, and we also had put your hands on your head. Da, 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 da. Okay, so let's play this one, and we'll we'll see how it goes. Okay, here we go. Don't clap this one back. Let's add some more music to it. Ready? And 1, 2. Okay. Give your hands a bit of a shake like this. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's Don't Clap This One Back. A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2. Don't clap this one back. One back. Put your hands on your head. Put your hands on your head. Don't clap this one back. Very nice. Keep that going. Pick up one of your instruments you've got. Whichever one you've got a drum or a saucepan or a chime bar or a violin or a piano. I've got my electric viola. We're going to play Don't Play This One Back. So we're following the rhythm still. Let's give it a go. Don't play this one back. Here we go. 1, 2, here I go. Back. Don't play this one back. Put your hands on your head. Play this one back. Okay, another round. Here we go. Don't play this one back. Okay, freestyle. Keep going. And then let's bring it down. And let's just bring it down. And let's return when we get to our silence. Just going to gradually bring it down. And then we're going to go into our number 1. Do you remember number 1? Are still sounds on number 1s. They're kind of like trees or watery kind of sounds. And then number 2, which was our unpitched percussion. Our unpitched percussion sounds. Let's have some unpitched percussion sounds. Number 2. got number 1. We've got number 1. And let's do 3, which is our tuned percussion, or we've got number 1, our notes. We've got number 1. We've got number 1. We've got number 1. Yeah, very nice. And we'll stop there. Okay, nice. These. It's pretty cool, isn't it? What happens if I do? What happens if I do this? All right, enough silliness. Let's turn that off. Okay, let's remember our tunes. Who remembers this one? What are the words that went with this one? Here they are on the screen. That's right. What is behind those trees? What is behind those trees? What is behind those trees? What about this one? That's right. Mysterious path. Mysterious. 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 Okay, let's get some instruments. Let's get yourselves in whoever was playing Mysterious Path, however you were breaking that. Remember what we did? We had a wood block playing What Is Behind and then the shake of those trees. We've got A's on What Is Behind those and then an E on trees. Yeah, nice job everybody. Okay, that's pretty good. And now let's try adding in Mysterious Path. We had the drum on Mysterious and then Path, and this is what they sounded like together. Didn't we? Do you remember our tunes? We had Funny Bird DD, job, everyone. So those were our tunes. Let's stop this. And 1, 2, 3, and lovely, lovely, lovely. Sounding very, very nice. So now, how do we take those and make them into a structure? Well, you guys have got the storyboard example in your pack, and it should look like this. This is what a blank one looks like. And what we have is 3 sections. We are going to look at an adventure. we're going to look at a setback, and we're going to look at a solution. It's a really strong structure, a really easy way of giving your story a direction. What you do is you take your characters and you start off going somewhere with your music, and then something happens. And so you're not sure what's going to happen. How's it going to pan out? And then you find a solution. And you do that all with music to tell your story, using the bricks, the nuts and bolts that we have made, which are our melodies and our rhythms. So the first thing you do is you add your melodies and your rhythms to the bottom of the page, so you know what they are. Now, I've got two melodies and two rhythms. We've got our funny bird rhythm, our creeping crawling spider rhythm, mysterious creeping crawling spider melody, and our mysterious path and what's behind those trees rhythms. Those are going to go on the screen now. There we go. There they are. And how are we going to use these and our other ideas to make a piece of music? Well, I like to use my imagination for this, and then things tend to flow. So on our adventure, it started with walking through the forest. And what better way to start walking through a forest than using some of our texture sounds. So for our texture sounds, we started with 1, and then 2, our unpitched percussion, and then 3, our pitched percussion. We created this lovely soundscape of a forest walk. So that is how I thought we would start. So let's try it out before we write it down, just to create the atmosphere. And that's what these bits of music which don't have any pulse or rhythm, what they can do, they can set the atmosphere, they can set the tone. If you do a scary one, if you watch a scary film, you'll notice when you go into a room there's kind of scary, eerie noises. Or if you're watch like Finding Nemo, for instance, or an underwater film, there are kind of these underwater textures which really help set the mood. And we are going to set the mood of a forest walk. And I think that's going to be the title of the piece, Forest Walk. At the top of the storyboard, you've got your team name, and I've given ours the team name Team Awesome, because that's what we all are. We're Team Awesome. And team members, it's Neil, Music for Youth, and then all of you guys, young musicians of the UK and beyond. Our theme is nature, but your theme could be anything you like. We've talked about pirates and Stone Age and Great Fire of London, and then the title is going to be Forest Walk. So let's start our adventure with wind, number 1, trees, number 2, and then 3, birds, like birds singing, perhaps. Let's see how that goes. I'll turn my beat off. I think that has a nice atmosphere of walking through a forest. So let's write that down. Our piece is going to start with 1, then 2, and then 3 to build up a nature soundscape. Now, we talked about a mysterious path, didn't we? That was our first idea. So I think doing that would be a really nice way to start. Now, there are 2 ways of doing this. One, we can just come in and we count ourselves in. 1, 2, 3, 4. The other way to do it is to... The other way to do it is to start really quietly and get louder. Like this. What do you think? Both of those work. If you do the straight in like this, you have got the risk of you need to do a count in. But if you do the fade in from nothing, then you've really got to start quietly. I think I'm going to make... So either of these is correct, because it's up to you. For me, right now, I'm going to go with fading in from nothing, just because I think that sounds really kind of atmospheric. So to do that, you're going to need to get your team who are doing Mysterious Path, and they've got to look at each other. One of them is going to be the leader, or whoever it is, and you're going to start as quietly as you can. And that will take a little bit of practice to get sounding really good, but that is nice. Okay. So we've got our Mysterious Path in, and now we have to introduce our characters, because they're off an adventure. We don't know really what the adventure is at the moment. There are two characters, Spider and Bird. So, who should be introduced first? In music, in our Western music, groups of 4 work really well. So I'm going to stick with 4s for a lot of the music, just because it's easier for us to feel it, because so much of our pop music and our classical music and our jazz music and our folk music is in groups of 4 or 8. So I think let's do the Bird tune 4 times with a little gap in the middle. Something like that. Let's see what that sounds like. Ready? Bird tune 1. Funny Bird Dee Dee. One then the other. We can have a call and answer then. That would be 4 of those. Let's stop this. Nice. That would look like this. So we just add the bird times 4 with a stop, and then the spider times 4 with a stop, and then what we call call and answer melodies, one and then the other. Call and answer is a really strong way of making music. Samba music makes it. Those of you who've been in samba bands, you'll have a leader that goes da 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 da, and then the team will go da 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 or something. There'll be calls and answers. It's phrases. It's like it makes it into a conversation. And for me, that sounds like Bird goes, "Hi, I'm Bird." Spider goes, "Hi, I'm Spider," and then they go, "Hi, Bird. Hi, Spider. How you doing? I'm doing great. Where are we going? Going down a path. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that section then would look like this: adventure. That's what our adventure section now is complete. We've come up with a structure. Now I've done this quite quickly to show you how you can do it. You would probably want to spend a bit of time trying these ideas out until you find the ones that you like. So for instance, you might have a discussion and try out the Mysterious Path, starting quietly and getting louder, or starting really loudly together, and see which one you prefer. You might have a discussion and try out whether you want to start with Spider or whether you want to start with Bird. You might have a discussion about which instruments play. And those are all brilliant discussions. And if you're by yourself or you just want to make a decision, I think that's really, really, really good. If you in music making, in this kind of music making decisions is really important, because you can always change them later. So if you decide that you want to do Mysterious Path on a drum, but actually you come back after you finish the piece and decide, you know what, Mysterious Path at the beginning would sound better if we did it on a wood block or a piano, then that's really, those are fine. And you can always scribble the bits out or do a new one or color code for different people. All those things are possible. Okay, so we've got our adventure. Now our setback. So for a setback, it's something that happens that you weren't expecting to happen. A spanner in the works. Something goes wrong. So I like to, when I do these things, I like to keep them quite simple and to the point. For teachers and those of you who are watching, just a very quick aside, try and keep yourselves focused on the big picture, okay? It's very easy doing this to go, oh, and then bird climbed a tree, and then bird fell out of the tree, but he found an acorn, and then spider climbed a web, and then he looked out there, and then there was a duck, and the duck was called Jeff, and then Jeff had friends called Barry and Neville, and Barry and Neville, they lived in a house down the road made of gold, and the gold wasn't real gold. And so it's very easy to get a long, drawn-out story, when actually what we're interested in is the big things, and you can flesh out the detail in a story or in a film, or in maybe some other music. So when coming up with a setback, you want to think of something that would be really big to overcome or simple to overcome, but it's got to be quite clear. So I was thinking, what aren't spiders very good at, or birds? They're not very good at swimming. So I thought a good setback for these guys walking through the forest, what's behind that tree? What's behind that tree? It's a river. How are they going to get over the river? They need to get over the river. So they're walking down the path, they've introduced themselves, and then we need to see the tree. What is behind that tree? And this will be a really great way to open the setback thing with the question, what is behind that tree? And a great way to do that, draw attention to it, is for everybody to do something together, what we call a unison. So at this point, the beginning of the setback, we're going to do a unison, what is behind that tree, and we're going to do it 8 times, okay? So we've done our 1, 2, 3s for our adventure, we've introduced the Mysterious Path, we've done our bird tune, our spider tune, we've done our call and answer, and then all together we do what is behind that tree 8 times. Let's try it. What is behind that tree 8 times? Nice and loud, whatever notes you like. 1, 2, 3. That was 8 times. Now, when you're doing something like that, you might want to think about volume. Now, if I was thinking, what's behind that tree? What I might do if I was there, I might go, what's behind that tree? Oh, what's behind that tree? What's behind that tree? And then I'd do an exclamation and do the first one loud. And then as we're getting towards it, I'd get more and more nervous. So maybe I get quieter. And then I get louder again as I got towards it. So I thought for this one, what we could do is we could start the first 1 or 2 really loud, and then the middle ones get quieter, and then maybe around 5 and 6 we'll get loud again, and then the 8th one we'll do really loud and then do a big stop, which leaves everyone hanging because you're like, it's the question in the air, what is behind that tree? So let's try 8 times, starting very loud, getting quieter, and then getting loud again. Let's try 8 times with that shape. Loud and quiet in the middle, and then loud again for the end. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 4. And now getting louder again. 5. 6. And then we do a big stop, because like, what is behind that tree? And now we know it's a river. It's a river. So now we need some more of our atmospheric sounds, but we need river sounds. So think of what you could do to make river sounds. Now, of course, you could use water. You could make if you're making a digital version, you're making your own recording. You could, of course, record water. But if you've got instruments around, that's not a particularly good idea. You can't really record using an iPad in the bath. That would be dangerous. So let's not do that. But you can use just your voice. You can use sounds like that. So let's use 1s and 2s to make our river, okay? We'll use 1s and 2s to make our river. And then, because we want it to be it's not going to be a quiet river, it's going to be a scary river. So let's make these quite tense and scary, and then have some splashes and crashes, like maybe there's a waterfall just there, or maybe there's a rock in the middle and the waves are kind of crashing and splashing against it. So have a look around and see if you've got any instruments that are good for crashes and splashes. Okay, I've got this one. Okay, I'm ready to give it a go. So we're going to use 1s and 2s and then have some splashes and crashes. And everyone who's not doing a 1 or a 2 can do the splashes and crashes, really dramatic, to make it sound like a scary river. We've got our river. Now let's do our splashes and crashes. We do them with a drum. You could do them with your instrument. Okay, we have our setback. Simple. We have 8 what's behind that trees, because we're not sure what's behind the trees. Maybe we can hear the river in the distance, and then we see the river. And first of all, we see the water, and then we see the waterfall, the smashes and the bashes and the crashes, and then we're like, oh my gosh, this is a terrifying river. Okay? Let's give that bit a go. 8 what's behind those trees, and then we will do our 1s and 2s and our splashes and our crashes. Everybody ready? Ready. 1, 2, behind those trees. 2. Getting quieter. 5, getting louder. And 7. some splashes and crashes. Okay, so for solution, we've had our river and our splashes and crashes, and then Bird has this idea that Bird can fly and carry Spider over the river. Of course, what a brilliant idea. So Bird's going to be a bit like, hold on, I have an idea. And then everyone's going to stop and look, or Spider's going to look. So a brilliant way to do that is for the Bird team, Funny Bird DD, to do it really loudly and everyone else to stop. So we've got our ones and our twos, and we've had some flashes and crashes, and then everybody stops. Try that again. We've got our river going and our flashes and crashes, and then so there's Funny Bird, does big tune, and then with a few gaps, and then we can change the dynamics a bit, maybe get quieter, and then everyone else stops. And how then are we going to do the idea of getting over the river, flying over the river? I like to reuse things that we've already used. Now, we could come up with a new rhythm if you have a bit more time. Flying through the air, soaring in the sky like a spider on a bird. You know, you could come up with new rhythms, but just for now, I'm going to reuse Mysterious Path, and maybe we could rebrand it rather than Mysterious Path, maybe Triumphant Path, or Flying on the Path, or something like that. So Mysterious Path becomes a new, the same rhythm, but has a new meaning. So Bird does her, or his or her, Funny Bird. And then we do that a few times, and then Mysterious Path comes back in, joins in, getting louder and louder and louder, and then the spider melody joins in, and then maybe the What's Behind That Tree melody joins in just to kind of add some more oomph, and then we have everything, and it's the first time we've had everything playing together, nice and loud as we soar over. Maybe then we can have a few solos or a few improvises. It's always good to, if you'd like to. I mean, this is a triumphant ending, isn't it? So let's have, a really big a kind of ending. And then how are we going to finish? Well, we've already practiced What Is Behind That Tree together, so let's reuse that. So we've done it 8 times before. To make a really clear ending, let's do it 4 times. I think 4 is good. So our solution now is Bird having an idea, everyone stopping, Bird picking up Spider and starting to fly using the Mysterious Path, Bird and Mysterious Path, and then Spider melody joins in because that, to show that they're doing it, and then we add What's Behind Those Trees to show that we're really kind of soaring up into the sky, and then some improvising, maybe a solo, and then we do 4 times What's Behind That Tree, everyone together, and then we finish. Let's have a go at that. So we've got our 1s and 2s, and our splashes and our crashes. And Eddie, if you're an Ice Age fan, the joke for my daughter. Right, and then Bird has an idea. And everyone stops. And then we bring back Mysterious Path. And then we have the Bird melody. Christmas tree 4 times. 2, 3. Yeah, really nice, everybody. So that's the structure that I came up with. Simple structure, 3 parts: an adventure, a solution, a setback, and a solution. I'm really looking forward to seeing and hearing what you guys have come up with. I can't wait to see how it's all going. Maybe you're doing the music that I've put together. Maybe I'm really hoping that some of you have come up with your own ideas, maybe different ways of using my melodies and my rhythms, maybe even coming up with your own melodies and your own rhythms. Can't wait to see your graphic scores. Maybe they can be full of colour. However you decide to do them is absolutely great. And what do you think about this, Hootie?
I think it's going to be wonderful. So thank you all for coming.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for coming, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed that. Yeah, let me know how it's going, and I wish you all the very best with your music making at home or at school, wherever you are. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and enjoy your music making. Someone asked me the other day, what is it about music that I love? And I was thinking about it, and for me, music is kind of like freedom. And doing music like this helps me feel like a bit freer. So I hope you can get lost in some music making, whether that's listening to your favorite music or doing some music like this. Have a look through the pack. That's got some really great apps for those of you at home that you can try doing music. GarageBand, Launchpad, a load of other things like that. There's loads of resources on the web, free stuff on YouTube that you can use to help you out. So I hope you enjoy putting these things together, writing and creating your stories, maybe do some artwork around it. And next time, we're going to talk about performance and recording. So how you can do your structure and put it into something that can be sent to us or to your friends or to your family that other people can enjoy. Okay, from me, my home studio, from Hootie and from Spider, have a good day. Bye now. Bye.